Hello everybody and welcome back to Archangelus Gaming. Archangelus here, bringing you some more Space Engineers and a new part to the Hoodwinked scenario. Alright guys, in the last Hoodwinked episode, you guys saw that the frame rate was dropping something fierce. Huge problems from a huge amount of bleed out from the game. Causing some major hard drive lags. So I thought, how can I get around this so that we can continue enjoying the game, continue the Hoodwinked scenario? And I came up with what I believe is an excellent excuse for starting off afresh now that they've just launched the Core Systems DLC, which thankfully I now have. But before I get into that, do remember to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, tap that notification bell, and leave us that nice comment below. Alright guys, so here's what I came up with. I came up with this as a excuse for being in a new scenario world, and Pertam looking different. Now, this is what I came up with whilst I was at work yesterday. Our engineer was asleep after a hard day's grind. He was woken up by the sound of alarms going off everywhere. He runs into the control room only to find alarms screaming that there was something approaching the planet. He desperately looked at every control trying to figure out what this thing was. It was a meteorite bigger than the base, and it was coming straight for him. Before long, the alarms was showing that the station in orbit was about to be destroyed, and that the base that he was currently occupying would soon be next. Our engineer, in disbelief, he ran through his blueprints, checking them off. What did he have? Did he have everything? And then he came across, well, this little buggy. He was like, this is one of William's designs. The same guy who hoodwinked me and sent me down onto this rock, leaving me here to die. How did this get into my database? So he was like, I don't care. I need something to get out of here fast. The projections are showing if I don't get out of here fast, I'm going to die. Yeah? So quickly he got this buggy built. And he drove off maxed speed, but that wasn't fast enough. As the meteorite crashed into the base, pushing it all underground, destroying everything, all of the hard work, the land shark, the new upcoming explorer, everything was destroyed. As the meteorite crashed into the planet, it sent ripples across the entire world, dust into the air, and even this same little buggy was launched halfway into orbit. Before he knew it, our engineer was safely coming down with a parachute from the top of the buggy and landed safely. But everything had changed. The entire topology had changed. So our engineer drove off, trying to find a way to survive. And he comes across this outpost, which had been unearthed, which actually houses a lot of good stuff in it. Okay, and this is where our revamped scenario comes, just so that we can actually play the game. So let's go and have an explore what we got. It's not a bad design, really. I mean, I actually kind of like it. Probably find a place nearby to hunker down. Oh, no, nurse. I've got an event controller there. What we got? Prototech, nickel ingots, some solar cells. What's this? Tracing. Figuring out where this came from is valuable, but knowing how it's made, that's the real prize. I think they're talking about the Prototech machinery there. Alright, what we got in here? Oh, load of other bits and pieces. In the score. It's shiny and nearly cost him his life. No idea why he believed that this wasn't worth anything, but hey, I'm not complaining. Yeah, we've got a few bits and pieces I've managed to find along the way as well. Okay, so we've got some grav, medical, display. No, that'd be the same one. It just looks out over this way a bit. I can't get access to this. Some magnesium, tiny little bit of cobalt. Ooh, weapons. Take a bit of that action. Make sure I turn off my main speaker because that's probably going to cause some issues. Power kit there, definitely take that. Right, what we got? Way up. Oh, that's the top, so it must be a jump off. There we. Oh, yeah, there we go. Alright, can't get through there. Right, what's up here? I like how they've done this. This is cool. Oh, there's a landing pad over here. Can't get access to anything in there. Oh, that's a neat idea. That's truly quite nice. I like that. Alright. Turret over there. One over here. Doesn't look like there's anything else of worth. Oh, I like how they use the tables. Yeah. So I think our next port of call is going to be finding an area that's we can call home. So probably can identify a signal up there. Let's have a look more this way, see what we've got. I just really want to find an area that's flat enough to put down roots. And in an area that's far enough away to drill the hell out of. Oh, hello, what's that under the tree there? It's got nickel underneath where we're at. That's just grass. Yeah, it's just grass even. Because with the new DLC, they've done a lot in terms of like balancing a lot of things out. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff going on there. Oh, I think this is a nice big flat area. It's nice big. By the looks of it, there ain't anything around. So yeah, you know what? An area like this, we're gonna call home. Managed to grab a few resources from here and there. Not much, but you know, it's something to get started with. Free placement. No, I want. G? No, don't G. It was. That's good enough for me. Right. So we've got a good starting area there. Oh, hello. We've got an unknown signal over there. So let's go and have a look at that. We'll jump ourselves a GPS marker. We'll call it ARG base. There we go. Before we get started on anything else, let's go and get some more materials. Major itching. Yeah, basically what I'm thinking is, yeah, some of the materials that we have, we're just going to say we've acquired from the transition from leaving the base in a hurry. Yeah, because you know how it sometimes is with in the previous Hoodwinked scenarios, that stuff got accidentally transferred, even though we were using a script. That looks like a deposit over there. Why am I seeing anything? Was the buggy still going? We'll detector. Next range out. Cobalt over that way. Maybe that's what I should have done before. I didn't even notice. But yeah, don't you worry, guys. I am planning on bringing the land shark back in. It's one of my first priorities is getting a big hauler like that in. There we go. I think I see. Sparking. Oh, we've got some mushroom spores and some creds. Where's the button? There it is. Yeah, like I say, the idea is going to be very, very simple. We're just going to make sure that what happened with seeming glitch, I guess, with what happened with the previous base doesn't happen this time around. So, I'm going to spread things out. This time around, I'm going to create a better base because I think it was Da Vinci who basically said that I've offended God and man because my work was not up to the standard. Because I think I have. I think I've offended you guys with the slideshow that was the previous base. So I apologise for that so much. I was in the wrong. So, I'll keep an eye out for food and other resources as we go. Saying that, I think I see something to our left. So, I'm going to alter course. I think there's some veggies. Or was that some berries? I think that's grain. That was grain. really hard to see, but that was actually great. I don't think there's anything else over there. Right, let's get back to our chosen site. Because look at that, we've got iron, we've got silicon, we've got cobalt over here. I think I see some in the distance there. There's some other kind. So we've got an area where we could actually set up a drill site. We've got nickel there. With cobalt and silicon. So I think if we create some smaller bore sites, at least to begin with, until we can create some sort of mobile operations vehicle. Okay, I think first things first. I think it's going to be get rid of a lot of this out of here. Go like that for number one. Oh, I think I've got this on progression. Ah, bollocks. Didn't want this on progression, I wanted this on everything unlocked. But as it stands for now, I think we'll just do what we've got. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, we have some power. So that is marvelous start. Okay, so battery is going to be something we're going to have to unlock. And now how do we unlock batteries? It's been a while since I've done unlocks like this. I've forgotten where batteries are. No, that's the battery. There we go. So battery is unlocked by creating a basic assembler. Survival kits. Assembler refinery. Okay, so first of all, we want the basic assembler. No, I won't put it that way around. Okay, so we'll add that to our construction queue. Let's see what we got. So we do have some iron, nickel and silicon. I don't believe we've got anywhere close to enough to be able to actually produce what we need. We don't have access at the moment to the build planner. So we need 17 construction components. 7. Okay. We need 8 motors. Two display, 13 steel. What was that last one? The high one? 67 computers. Aye! Okay. Okay, we'll see where we get from that. Because I'm not sure. It says we got enough, but see what happens. So what's this doing there? That coming down there, that like that. Gonna need to probably put in battery. Probably put it in there for now. So whilst that's building the rest of it, we might as well roll back there. Just to make sure we've got the room. Ah! Did I just... I think I did. I think I just done it. Stupid. Yeah, we need 21 more. Ah, you twonk. There we go. We're almost there anyway. Put that from there. I mean, I think, yeah, I don't mind doing a bit of progression based, you know, this time round. I mean, do something different, you know, get like a different sort of flow going to the game. I mean, would you believe also as well, I don't have anisotropic and anti-aliasing on, and yet things look this good. I mean, I think they've done some really good quality of life upgrades. Headphones is getting caught. Alright, there we go. So, we've now got access to a lot more stuff. Other problem though, is we do actually also need a basic refinery, and for that we're going to need a ton of steel plate amongst other things. So get out of there. Let's add the... Where are you? There. That in there. So all in all, we probably need about 120 steel plate, give or take. So grab that. That allows us to at least put down our initial basic assembler outline. I mean, yeah, it's not much at the moment, but I'm just hoping that we can at least get something going. Oh, there's an unknown signal. I'm gonna go after that. At least now we've got something to look for on our way back to the base whilst we're driving off, and to retrieve other supplies in the area. Sorry, almost spilled my coffee there. Managed to save that which is on the edge. I like my coffee. Ooh. It's running away! How on earth is it running away? lose out on something, but run away from it. Must have been like a gyroscopic action or something. Okay. Oh, magnesium down there. Hey, we're finding a lot of useful materials in the surrounding area. Oh, some iron over there. Nickel and cobalt. The iron's actually pretty close to the surface. It's only about 20 meters, so that's good. I mean, because we could always just like manually mine down if we need more iron. Show me something that's nearby. There. That's probably that shipping platform I'm seeing, and the rest of these. Okay, so it looks like we've got enough steel. Okay, so we need 1 con, 6 motor. Okay, if I then... Oh, I can't disassemble with this one, can I? I believe I can with this one. Actually, how much iron do I need? Oh, not that much. Okay. Well, saying that actually, yeah. Why am I using this still? Because I think I get a much better rate out of this one. So it's 1 of those, 6 of those. Oh, in assemble mode. And I think it's a bit faster too. Okay. So, we've now got our assembler, a refinery. Do we have anything left in the rover? I think we've got some things in the cockpit area. Oh, that's good. We've got some the kelp there, so it's going to be hopefully enough to be able to get us to the next stage of evolution. Okay. Lab experiment. Okay, so certain things are opening up to us. So this is good news. Okay. Right. Now, I'm of the opinion we're going to need an algae farm pretty soon. Of one way, shape or form. We're going to need a cargo container. O2H2 converter is definitely going to be on the cards. So is an oxygen farm. Let's see, what else do we need, like, badly? Proper assembler and refinery will get to that. I mean, give me time for that. Battery in due course for sure. You've got these new rounded edge pieces, but it's just really for, what do you call it, artistic stuff. An inset planter. So actually, what do we need for a plot? So to get to the farm plots and the irrigation systems, we need a food processor. To get a food processor, we need an algae farm. Or a half algae farm. Okay. So, as we've got here, conveyor. Yeah, that's the other thing we need, conveyor. Right, so to be able to get to conveyor pieces, I need to build a cargo pod. Okay. And switch on the lights. That's going to be our next, because what I'm thinking, I'm going to try and do this using conveyors, conveyor sorters, things like that. So I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to say there's going to be the sorter, and I'm going to put the cargo container there. Yeah, I'm going to need a conveyor belt to pull out to conveyor sorter to pulls out to the cargo pod. Now, I think we're going to have for now we're going to have the algae farm sitting will sit on a junction block or something like that, and then we'll have the same an O2 farm. something like the H202 gen. Its myriad of connection ports. Where would we put you? That. Right, because the O2 H2 gen, that's going to be for ice. Okay. Right, let's start with this. Now, we've got nothing left in the buggy. In here at the moment, we've got nothing. Right. Let's add that to our inventory. What do we need? What do we need? We need 20 interior, 40 construction. Okay, so let's start with that. 12 small steel tube and 4 motor. That's right. Any storms that can happen, just have to hunker down in the buggy for now. Alright, so that is now unlocked, or should have unlocked. Yep, there we go. All of our pipe works. Okay, fantastic. So I'm going to go with... I'm going to need about a dozen of them. Same as steel plate as well. Steel plate. Right. 24 construction, 14 small, 6. $20, $30, probably would be better just to have the conveyor junction in there and there with that in there. That now means that can come out. Okay. That needs to be changed to where is it? Where's the sorter? Sorter's not available. Okay, why is the sorter not available? Sorter's not available because I need to build one of these first. Okay. So let's get this done. Do I need 9 interior, 20 con. $12 small, 6 motor. don't have enough for everything. What can I salvage? Tell you what, let's get all of this in place first. So I can see the proverbial wood for the trees. Can the basic refinery refine that? I'm going to say no. The other thing I could do, didn't realise there are two of them. Yeah, I think that's everything I can actually safely get rid of. No wind. We do need a battery soon, sorry. Do have an unknown signal over there, so let's go and get that while we're waiting for the breeze to pick up. Be honest with you, I'm actually sort of having a bit of fun actually, restarting from the beginning, from the humble route, going through progression, yeah, unlocking things and trying to figure out how to unlock things. Excuse me. Sort of like takes me back really. So even though it was an accident, and accidents happen, yeah, why not? Why not go through the progression tree? There it is. Is it another roller? No. No signals there. I guess I already have what I'm gonna guess is nope. Not what I was guessing. So we've got a few more good resources out of that. Let's head back to base. I suppose actually while we're at it, why not take a bit of time? We'll go and get some of those resources out of that prospecting station that we came across. At least until we can get to the point of getting the hacking computer, hack it over, and we can then dismantle everything. But that's going to be some time until we get to that sort of progression. Plus we need to find gold. I think that's all we need for it actually, is gold. Because the superconductors, I mean we're getting some. Slowly, but surely. I was getting some. Grateful so far. Spiders. Set up my Silicon. Nickel. Probably half a planet. Gold. But we'll keep our eyes open. You remember last playthrough? It was closer than we thought. There we go. There's that shipping station. We're round to the front here. Whoa! So round to the front, not over the cliff. Right, where are we? Okay, let's drop as much as we can in the back. Sorry, in this one. Certain components it will let us drop. Others it's going to be an absolute gimboid and say, no, you can't do this. You know what I mean? So, if anything, we might have to then go, oh, okay, we'll drop it in here then. Okay, control 9. We'll go weapon group, so we'll go, right, got that. Sorry, got that. Okay. Consumables, power kit, food items, we'll go with that. Oh, you can actually, oh, did not realise that. Okay. Oh yeah, and now we can also add seed packs straight to the inventory because this new way of being able to add farm stuff. But we'll get to that when we get to the point of actually unlocking all the plants and plant plots and all that sort of thing. We're not exactly there yet. Okay. I don't believe there was anything on the top deck. So anything that we're going to salvage from in here first. Blimey. That was quick. No? Do like ladders. They are awesome. And I'm glad they've also fixed the climbing glitch as well, because that was getting weird, I'm gonna say. Right, got everything from there and there. Those are big items, so they're going to take a little bit more to... Right, what can we drop in here? That's about it for there. What else we got? Sort of aiming more for the stuff that we can sort of use immediately. I don't think we can get anything. No, we can't get anything more in there. So we are running out of options. And the next big one is probably going to be medical. Damn, I can only pick up 3 of them. Now, where was bulletproof glass? There. If I put the bulletproof glass away... 6. Great. And how much do I need for a survival kit? 3. Okay. Medical room, we need 15. I think that's a good start for 10. So if we turn around, we head back to base camp. We now got stuff we can dump into that storage container. At some point we're going to have to probably think about maybe investing in connectors and things like that, but I think we're a little early for that sort of thing at the moment. There's the... Okay, because what I'm thinking is, for now, drop off a lot of this excess. We'll put them in everything into places we can get access to it easily. What is that in there? Oh. Was it just that one? Wrong tool, but great tool. Okay, so that's now given us access to the full shebang. We needed a conveyor sorter in here, be that way round. We need interior plate to be able to do that. That's right, I can work with that. Okay, so we've now got a basic system going. Right, let's circular. So that's what I want to do. Is that? Okay, let's continue taking stuff out of the... Oh, actually, this is going to work out nicely. Hey! So if we put that in there like that, beautiful. We still get access to here, which is great, because then we can just go dump. And then... the back end of our buggy. Oops. We'll throw that in there, magnesium in there. Oh, we can actually do it. Okay, that's cool. Oops. There we go. That's our refinery buzzing away there. I do like how I'm going to be using the refinery as rooms as well. Okay, so let's grab that. Oh, brilliant. Sounds like we've got a storm brewing. Interior. Construction. 24 small steel tube. 12 motors. Okay, so to get this process that. We'll hide for now in here. Alright guys, well I think our hour's almost up, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it here for now. You know, we've got quite far. We've got a basic base going on here. You know, we're in the throes of building it up. Yeah, we don't have the build and repair systems in yet, but we will eventually. But I think first things first is to get to the point where we can do that. I think that's just going to be a case now of waiting out storms, building up what we've got, producing the materials to at least get survival going. Once we've got core systems up and trucking, then we can build from there, and then the world's our oyster, as it was in our previous episodes. But we've survived a meteor storm. We are now building a new base, a new life, and hopefully this time round we won't make the same mistakes as we did before in carving out too much terrain. And yeah, we get to space and explore and see what the universe has to offer. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time.